A long time ago, in a small village with fields all around, there was a donkey. But this donkey wasn't like the other donkeys. It was famous for being very hardworking and strong. Every morning, way before the sun came up, the donkey would get up and start its work for the day. It never complained. It carried heavy bags of grain and vegetables from the fields to the market. It walked for miles in the hot sun and dusty roads. The owner really counted on this donkey. He believed the donkey would never quit or even slow down. And the donkey was proud of its work and didn't want to let its owner down. One day, the donkey was resting after a long day's work when its owner came over with a shiny golden bell. This bell, the owner said, will show everyone just how hardworking and important you are. He gently tied the bell around the donkey's neck. When the donkey moved, the bell made a beautiful, clear sound that you could hear all over the village and the fields. The donkey was so happy. It had never felt so important. The bell wasn't just pretty. It was a sign of how much the donkey mattered. From then on, the donkey decided to work even harder. It wanted to make sure the bell rang with every single step, all day long, from morning to night. Days became weeks, and weeks became months. The donkey had more and more work to do. The owner started to depend on the bell's sound as a sign that work was getting done. If the bell was ringing loudly, he thought everything was fine, but he didn't see how tired the donkey was getting, how its legs were growing weaker, or how much its back hurt. One evening, as the sun went down and the sky turned orange and purple, the donkey just sat down. It was too tired to even stand up. The bell still made a soft sound, but the donkey was getting weaker. An old ox who had been watching the donkey for a long time came over quietly. "Why do you work so hard?" the ox asked in a kind voice. "You're doing too much." The donkey let out a tired sigh. "It's the bell. It shows everyone who I am. If I stop working, the bell will be silent. And if that happens, everyone will forget about me." The ox looked at the donkey with kindness in its eyes. "You know, sometimes the loudest noises are just covering up a lot of pain. You need to listen to your own body, not just to what other people think." After a few more days, the donkey had no more strength left. One morning, it fell down because its load was too heavy, and it couldn't get back up. The bell was still around its neck, making a weak sound in the wind. The owner ran over, and he was shocked to see the donkey on the ground. At first, he felt really bad. "I've made you work too hard," he thought. But then, a cold idea came into his head. "The bell isn't ringing loudly anymore. Maybe this means the donkey isn't useful to me now." He didn't say another word. He just took off the golden bell and put it on the ground, acting like taking off the bell also took away the donkey's worth. The other animals in the village watched without making a sound, their eyes full of sadness. The old ox lowered its head, feeling very sad for the donkey. At work and in our lives, the people who work the hardest are often carrying problems that no one can see. Their bell, things like getting praise or being successful, rings very loudly when they're doing great. But when they start to slow down, or when they need a break or some help, it seems like the world sometimes just turns its back on them. It's important to remember that your value doesn't come from how loud your bell rings or how much work you do. Your real worth is in your health, your happiness, and just in being you. Don't let what other people expect keep you from listening to yourself. Take care of yourself, say something when you need a break, and try to find a good balance in your life. And if you're a leader, remember to look past the ringing bell. Look at the person who is doing the work. Real strength isn't about working without stopping. It's about knowing when it's time to take a break, time to recover, and time to be seen as more than just the work you produce.